money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Ain't got your long, I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the bill. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. Come on. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I one. They do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intent.
Okay, Coach, this storied franchise in Dallas and their fans are hungry and hopeful to add another championship banner in the rafters as we settle in for some playoff football at AT&T Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Ready, 5-8, 5-8.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Saquon Barkley, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, 46, and 47. 46.
Prescott on 1st down. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Kill.
Check, 48's the mic.
Hey, my step.
Now Breeze. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Get ready.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Prescott from the gun. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Hey, kill.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Mike 50.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
Mike's 50.
Hey, kill. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Cooper's got it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. A gain of 22. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott. And this is caught. It's Cooper. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Elliott running right. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try.
50's the mark. Let's go. Mike's 50. I got one.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Randall Cobb There to make the grab. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Breeze now on first down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Chopper! 52! You kill! Hey, easy! Motion me out.
Now Breeze on third down. And that's caught by Smith. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And there was absolutely 0 pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Check. Easy, opposite. Check 99.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Bennett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Pull it high.
On second down, Kamara. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Breeze going to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Breeze to throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 3rd and long for Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Kamara now to return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now this time, Breeze will throw. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Ready? You ready?
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Ready?
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw, it's Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
At the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
56 to Mike. Come on. Hey.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Forbath, the extra point, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Here's 21. General West.
48 to Mike. I got him. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Here we go.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
motion man. Me. I got this. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey. 11.
To throw is Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, easy.
Here's Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal?
Match box, right. Hey, Haywood.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. DeMarcus Lawrence. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. On the return, it's Kamara. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance.
Looking for Ginn, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They go to Elliott again. And an alley to run. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Ready.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Thomas, the intended target. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Check the backer, check the backer.
A first down carry by Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Forbath able to convert the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Elliott. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. he? And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He's got the connection to Cooper. Touchdown, Cowboys! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. But look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Forbath, the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play.
And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie.
Getting those numbers up there a little bit, but as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern, maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll run with Elliott. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Prescott. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. This to Jarwin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They come out here in the eye. So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Throwing. Prescott hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Breeze. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Breeze now. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen. It turned into a
blitz coming, and down he goes. Malcolm Smith in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Breeze going to go on 4th down. It's caught. Smith. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back.
What we got? Watch the edge. Watch the safety creep. Check 26. Check 26. Shift. Shift. 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Prescott here to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Well, what a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Brings up 2nd and 11. 26. 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Too little, cupcake.
Prescott from the gun. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on.
It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.